Preston Wright and Presley James weren't in the same class at Eastview Middle School, but that didn't matter. He was in Class 7A, she was in Class 7C. Their schedules only crossed during lunch and the few minutes between periods when the hallways buzzed with kids rushing to their lockers. But somehow, those small moments felt like the best parts of the day. It started in the cafeteria. Presley was sitting alone one day, sketching in her notebook, when Preston walked past her table. She had long brown hair pulled into a braid, and she was drawing something so carefully he couldn't help but peek.
Is that a dragon?
Presley looked up, startled, then smiled.
Yeah, but not the scary kind. He's friendly.
Preston grinned.
Cool. Can I sit here?
From then on, they ate together most days. Preston told jokes that made Presley laugh so hard she snorted into her milk carton. Presley showed him her sketches, and sometimes she even let him keep one. He tucked them into the back of his math folder like treasures. Since they weren't in the same classes, Preston and Presley learned to treasure the little hallway encounters. Sometimes he'd wave wildly from the opposite end of the hall, grinning like a goof until she waved back. Sometimes she'd slip him a folded note covered in doodles before darting into her classroom. It didn't take long before other kids noticed.
Are you two, like, a thing?
When they saw them sharing a cookie at lunch. Presley blushed and shook her head quickly.
So what if we are?
He wasn't embarrassed. In fact, he was proud. That made Presley smile all over again. Their love wasn't the dramatic kind from movies. It was passing notes folded into paper airplanes. It was saving a seat at lunch. It was Preston cheering louder than anyone when Presley's art won the school contest, and Presley clapping the hardest when Preston scored a point in basketball. It was small, sweet, and simple. And even though they weren't in the same class, it didn't matter, because every hallway wave, every laugh, every little moment reminded them that love can be found anywhere, even in the middle of a noisy middle school.